And tonight, former President Donald Trump is making a South Florida stop for a town hall in Doral. At the top of the agenda, rallying undecided Hispanic voters. Good evening, I'm Elliot Rodriguez.
And I'm Lauren Pastrana. Thank you for joining us. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor joins us live now from Doral. And Yvonne, Trump answered questions about immigration, abortion, and even January 6th.
Specific questions they asked some 12 voters from all over the country, Lauren and Elliot, and basically this whole thing happened during a town hall meeting that happened right here in Doral, which Univision was recording. It's scheduled to air later on, but we went on and asked these voters if they were happy with the answers they got. Former President Donald Trump was greeted at Univision Studios in Doral by a crowd of voters who have not made up their minds as far as who they'll vote for in November. One of them, Ramiro Gonzalez, who said he's a registered Republican.
I want him to win my vote.
Gonzalez talked about January 6th attack in the Capitol. He asked, was it a mistake to encourage what happened?
He could have came out and said, please stop, do not, don't attack the Capitol, don't go to the Capitol. But obviously he went, I'm going to the Capitol and everybody come with me.
President Trump said people were in D.C. because they did not trust the outcome of the result of the elections, not because he told them to go to the Capitol. And how do you feel now?
Oh, well, if he would have came honestly clean, then he would have had the opportunity to win my vote.
I was wondering if he was, like his wife was a supporter of reproductive rights, like if he agreed with her.
The former president said he respects and admires his wife, and repealing Roe versus Wade, he left it to the states to decide about abortion.
It was a good answer. I felt like a little bit like he was listening and he's willing to help people.
Jorge Velasquez, a farmer from California, addressed immigration policy. He asked about agriculture workers. If you deport these people, who will do this job and what price would we pay?
We have to have a lot of people come into our country. We just want them to come in legally through a system because they've released hundreds of thousands of people that are murderers, drug dealers, terrorists.
But he never said what's going to happen to the people that are already here. Is he going to keep them or is he going to keep deporting them?
And these last two voters did not want to reveal who will they vote for November 5th. We are live in Doral. Yvonne Taylor, CBS News, Miami.
You don't have too much time to decide. Yvonne, thank you. Now